Hello everyone, my name is Dorothy Chia and you're watching my vlog, Life of a Piano Teacher, Singapore's first vlog by a piano teacher. And today's topic, we are going to talk about health and hygiene in your teaching studio. Health and hygiene is very important, especially now with the outbreak of the Wuhan coronavirus. Everybody is a little bit tense right now because we just finished Chinese New Year, and students who have traveled overseas are back from the holidays. I also have teachers who have gone overseas and are back from their home visit for the Chinese New Year break. And so I would like to talk a little about health and hygiene in your teaching studio. What are the precautions that we can take? So rather than live in fear and cancel all our lessons, I thought that I'll share with you some of the precautionary measures that I have taken, as well as any Plan B that we put in place just in case there is a lockdown. Right. The Singapore government has been very kind to distribute the surgical mask. So if students are having cough and flu, it might not be coronavirus. So if it's a mild cough and flu and they show up for piano lessons, I always have a stack of masks ready, and it has to be surgical mask because only this can prevent the flu virus from attacking you. So as teachers, we sit in rather close proximity to the student that we're teaching. So perhaps on the day that the student is not feeling well, sit from a distance away and cover with a mask while you're teaching, and if possible, have the student also wear a mask before they show up for lesson. Now, it is important to be vigilant, especially in this time of the virus. So I also suggest that students who have a fever, just to err on the side of caution, they should avoid coming for lessons. Yeah. So before they step into the studio, I will meet the student at the door and I will ask them 3 questions. Do you have a cough? Are you suffering from flu today? Yeah? Are you running a fever? Sometimes I will ask them, did you go to school today? Alright, because the school would have done the initial checks there. So if they show up for lesson, it is also helpful to ask them these 3 questions before you allow them to step in. Now in my studio, I have a health and hygiene kit. So in this kit, which I put in a box, yeah, I have simple stuff such as alcohol wipes. Alright, you can get this from the pharmacy. So alcohol wipes would be used for don't clean your hands with this, it's for cleaning surfaces. So anything that the students come into contact with, like your pencils, your writing materials, the color pencils, the table, the chairs, yeah, you can use the wipes on it after they have left. So at the end of the day, to clean and wipe up all these things. I also have a thermometer. So it's always handy to have one, whether it's digital or it's the old-fashioned thermometer, like the one that I have. So this is half digital, and I put it under the armpit for hygiene reason. And then you can use the alcohol swipe to clean before and after the use of your thermometer. So very handy stuff to put around in your teaching studio. And recently, to combat the Wuhan virus, the coronavirus, I have also purchased a box of disinfectant wipes. Now what I do is that after the lesson is finished for the day, I will wipe down. So because this is a disinfecting wipe, yeah, I don't want to spoil the keys, but I will go through one round of wiping the keys and then another wiping using a piece of cloth, and that would clean up the surface area of the piano. According to the experts, the best way to actually have an improved health and hygiene in your studio is actually to wash your hands frequently. So wash your hands frequently with soap and water, and this is according to Dr. Marimuthu, Senior Infectious Disease Consultant at the National Center for Infectious Disease in Singapore. So he said soap and water reduces the amount of germs in your hands, so frequent hand washing should be done to keep them clean. And I always have soap and water, and when the students start their lesson, the moment they walk in, they wash their hands. In this period of the virus alert, wash your hands by rubbing them together for 20 seconds. And if you don't know how long 20 seconds is, sing the happy birthday song. So me and my students like to make it into like a game. So we would sing the happy birthday song once in English and then once in Chinese, and they wash their hands all the way up to the elbow. Alright, so lather the soap and then wash off the hand, and then let the hand dry naturally, or with a paper towel, and then you can throw that away. In the contingency that there is a lockdown of students because of the coronavirus, we know that in Wuhan there is a government-imposed lockdown, so all the people in the whole city of Wuhan, they have to be self-quarantined, alright? But in Singapore, we don't have such a situation yet, and I'm sure in most countries, the government is trying to control that. But in the event that there is a lockdown, do you have contingency plans put in place? Now for me and in my studio, Forte Music Training, I have a contingency plan put in place. So in the event that students cannot come to your lesson for a real-time lesson with me, I will conduct virtual lessons across the internet. It's not the best option, but it is an alternative rather than missing lessons for 2 weeks. I also use the app Tonara, and in Tonara they have a lot of functions that is very, very useful, especially in conducting a virtual online lesson. So if you are interested in finding out more about conducting online lessons, and especially using the Tonara app to help you doing so, do sign up for my free webinar next week, Friday, Valentine's Day, February 14th, and it would be done as a webinar probably in the morning at 10 a.m. Singapore time. Do put your particulars below, mention give me a yes, and then write your private message me your email, and I will make sure that you come on board for this webinar. That's it for today. Do like and share and subscribe for future videos that I put up. Videos go out every Friday and every Tuesday. So until next week, this is Dorothy Chia. Bye-bye.